Hi Stampers, Jackie Bolhuis from Klompen Stampers, stamping with you today from Zeeland, Michigan. I have two fun cards to share with you today, and they both use the Peaceful Poinsettia stamp set and the coordinating dies that go with it. These dies are really fun, and you can use them in several different ways, and that's why I've got two cards here, because I use both of the dies differently, and I want to show you so you have options as to how to use them. Both cards are super simple. This would be a great card to mass produce if you still need to make a bunch of Christmas cards. And I love the great big bold words of it. So let me go ahead, flip the camera down. I'll show you the cards up close and I'll show you how I made them. So hold on one sec. Here's the two cards. Can you see the difference? This one just has the die cut out and you're seeing the color come up from underneath, where this one, our flower, is popped up and we've got color coming through on the greenery here. So I'm going to show you the two different ways that I use the different dies and how I put them together for both of these looks. But like I said, we're using Peaceful Poinsettia, which is a stamp set, and I'll have another video coming soon that shows you some coloring using the line image stamps. I didn't use those on this, I just used the greetings, but I love these greetings. I think I'm going to be using them on some other Christmas cards as well because they're nice and big and bold, which I love. It is a bundle, so you buy the two together and you save 10%. We love bundles, and here's our dies. So let's go ahead, we'll set that aside. Oh, speaking of that catalog, if you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love to send you a catalog if you need one. Just make sure to let me know, and I'm here to help you with all of your stamping needs. So back to our cards. Now, like I said, we got quite a few different dies here, and I'm going to show you, well, let's do this pile first. I'm going to show you two different ways to use these dies. So for starters, I have a piece here that's 5 by 3 3/4. Now don't worry about having to remember the measurements. Down in the description of the video, I'll lead you to the post that has the card recipe, all of the dimensions, list of all the products I use, and some good up-close pictures for you. So we have the magnetic platform. Okay, well, it's kind of stuck on here. Let's turn this around so you know how I'm making my sandwich for the big shot. So we have the magnetic platform, precision base plate, because the dies are real detailed. You really want to use the precision base plate so that everything cuts out really easy. And then I'm going to use this die that is going to cut out what you see. Well, let's turn it this way. What you see here, it cuts out the parts that are shown in green. And we're going to set that up just right down here on the corner. Okay, just get it as straight as you can. And then we're going to take the die that cuts out the flower, okay, the poinsettia, and we're going to also put this on, and you have to kind of spin it around to see which way it goes. We're going to set that on there at the same time. You can see how there's kind of an opening right there for it. Then we'll put our cutting plate on and we'll go run this through the Big Shot. There we go. My Big Shot's across the room, so that's why you never see me actually running it through the Big Shot. So we'll set that aside, and then again with these detailed dies, the Big Shot die brush works awesome. You could just run it along here. It loosens them up. It gets a lot of those little pieces out for you. See how that popped right out? So it's kind of, that's, you know, the advantage of using that precision base plate. This one comes up pretty easy. There we go. We get messes, okay, lots of little pieces. I can keep going over it with my die brush. That will get most of those out. If there's some that still stick in there, you can just take your paper piercing tool. Okay, this, I swear this little tool is one of my best stamping friends when it comes to those necessities, as I like to call them. Just poke all these pieces out. Again, if we brush them, sometimes that pops them out easier. There we go, everything's out. So let's just get our little pieces out of the way. Now, this is the first card we're making. So it is going to be layered onto a piece of Poppy Parade Red. But I want some green on the areas where it should be green and not just red. So what I did is I took scraps of my shaded spruce cardstock, and this was just kind of fun to play because you cut your scraps to fit to go. Let's see, we need a bigger piece here, and I kind of mess with them just to see how much of a spot I could cover up in one time. You can see how that covers all of this up. So what I did is I took my liquid adhesive, and on the back side I'm going to just put a little bit of adhesive along some of these edges here. Okay, we don't need a lot. And then we can take this piece and we'll put it like so. Okay, stick it down. You know, I just had adhesive right in here. And then I can take my scissors, just take my little snips here, go underneath that white and just trim that off. Okay, we'll cut off this little bit here because we'll get that with another piece of green. But there you go, we filled that one in, and you just keep working your way around. Okay, I think this piece will probably work really good for right there. So we'll put a little bit of green or adhesive there. And we'll stick that on there. And then we'll, again, just take your scissors and cut out. Oops, there we go. And you can see I got just a little bit sticking out there from that flower. So again, just go underneath and snip it. Work your way around, cover up all of the green. You know, it's going to look ugly like this on the back of it. And then when you go ahead and layer it onto this piece, which is, let's see, 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. And again, I'll have all those measurements for you. See how the green shows through? And then I used some gold metallic pearls. I thought that just looked really nice on there. Oh, we got a little piece of white stuck under there. And then this is what I was talking about with those big, bold greetings. So super simple card. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Fills in that inside beautifully. So I love the look of it. It's just bold and bright and nice and classy. So that's the first card. Okay, so let's take a look at the second card. Now this is I made this using most of the same dies. There's another die we're gonna use, but it's gonna give it a completely different look because when I run this through the Big Shot, I am not going to put the flower in. I'm going to just do this piece. So again, we're gonna use that precision base plate, run it through the Big Shot. And once again, let's grab that Big Shot brush. Okay, get a lot of those parts and pieces out of there, peel this up. And then if there's anything you need to poke out, just go ahead and poke them out. There's that piece, and it is going to be layered onto our shaded spruce. So now we've gotten all of the green that we want for green. Now we're going to take a piece of the gold foil and we're going to cut the outline of the flower. Now there's another die that looks like so, and when you sandwich these together, they fit together perfectly. This is going to give us the outline of our flower. So again, precision base plate. Now, if you don't have the magnetic platform, that one's not really necessary on this, but I like the magnetic platform. I use it all the time because then I don't have to use that thin die adapter. So let's go run it through. There we go. And we'll pop this out. And you'll see, because we use the two dies, we're gonna, the more detailed one wouldn't have cut out the outside. It would have just cut the inside, you know, kind of like you can see right on here. Well, not kind of like because that's how it did. So again, we'll get all of our little pieces out of here. So now we've got the detailed part. Now we're going to take a piece of cherry cobbler and I'm going to use just this outline die. Remember, this is the one we put together with that one, but now we're going to get just the solid part of the flower. Here we go. So there's the solid, and look at how pretty this is when you put it on top of it. You got to kind of spin it around. Well, to find the way it goes. There we go. Look at how nice that matches up. Now, a little tip for gluing these two together. I like to use a silicone craft sheet, and I'll put just a little blob of my liquid adhesive on there, and then I use a sponge that I've kind of designated as my glue sponge. And we'll take this, flip it upside down, pick up the glue with the sponge, and sponge it on there. And I really just kind of do the middle. I don't want it down real solid. And now we gotta make sure we find our spot again. Oh goodness, there we go. Match them up, press in the middle where we have that adhesive. And then these you can kind of bend up a little bit, gives you a little dimension on there. And there is our beautiful poinsettia. So let's look at our card. I just popped that up with dimensionals on the card. I added a couple of those gold metallic pearls just for an extra little, jazz it up a little bit. And the inside, that's another stamp from the stamp set, and that's it. So when you look at the two cards, they're very similar yet very different. We use the poinsettia die in completely different ways. So I hope you like seeing how to use the dies and how you have different options with them. So I hope you like them. Which is your favorite? Do you like the flower just cut out and the red coming through the back side of it? Or do you like popping up the flower and having it kind of on its own there. So I hope you like this tutorial. I really love this poinsettia. It's kind of modern and bold and bright. There's still lots of time for you to make your Christmas cards, and this stamp set and die collection would be perfect to be able to crank out a whole bunch of them really quick. Sometimes I think cards, we get intimidated because we want to make Christmas cards and, oh my gosh, it's going to take me so long. These are quick and easy, I promise. So again, I'll have all the details for you, all the products I use. And if you have any questions at all, make sure to let me know. I'm here to help you with all your stamping needs, answer all your questions, and help you learn to make quick and easy cards. So until I get to stamp with you again, have a stamp happy day.